Okay, we are drawing ever so closer to WrestleMania. And we began this week's Raw with Shawn Michaels coming out. At first I was like, wow, we've seen Shawn Michaels twice in as many weeks. We don't see The Rock that often, and he's got a match at WrestleMania. He comes out, does a pretty solid promo, calls out H, and asks H what changed his mind when it came to accepting the Undertaker's invitation to a match. They then replay what happened 2 weeks ago when Taker was like, you know what? You're right. You've always said that you've never been better than Shawn. And Shawn was the better man. That's when he came in and challenged him. But then he more or less told Shawn that the reason why he's facing the Undertaker is because he's tired of everyone saying that Shawn couldn't do it. So he wants to beat the Undertaker for himself and for Shawn Michaels. Shawn then reveals that he is the special guest referee, which actually ups the ante that will Shawn Michaels screw the Undertaker out of his streak, knowing that Undertaker cost Shawn Michaels his career. I don't know, it's going to be, that's pretty decent right there. And then Jack Swagger took on Santino Marella with the United States Championship on the line. And of course, partway through the match, Laurinaitis showed up, Otunga showed up, Teddy Long came down with Oksana and Kofi Kingston for some strange reason. Back and forth, lots of bizarre twists and turns, and then Santino Marella rolls up Jack Swagger for the... Santino Marella became your new United States Champion. He then asked for the microphone, and then they cut back to a promo about The Rock. I really want to hear what Santino had to say. The Rock spent most of his night giving history lessons about Boston, and then relating it to John Cena. Most of them were okay. The comment that he made when he had the John Cena lawn gnome, how there's a man who's 30, this is in his in his garden, and he's a virgin. Or the John Cena wristbands, and how there's like a transvestite Wonder Woman. That's some pretty funny stuff. I felt like it took up way too much time. And I think he did like 3 of them. They just got progressively more and more like, okay, yeah, you're cutting great promos on tape. And then the John Cena sitting in the arena by himself. His promo. Yeah, okay, I get it. You guys are going to talk again. Main event being those two in the ring talking again. I want to see a pie face or hit John Cena's head off or knock a mic out of someone's hand. At least do something to each other beyond just talk and tweet like your two 13-year-old girls. It's getting aggravating. That being said, it is still somewhat entertaining, but I would rather see a match at this point than those two people just talk and snipe at each other. It's getting old. And next week, John Cena is going to freestyle rap and The Rock's going to play guitar. Wouldn't mind it if it was a 3-hour Raw. Seriously, if it were to be a 3-hour Raw, it'd be fantastic. You could kill an hour with Rock talking about, how he's one-fourth Samoan, 1/4 awesome, 1/2 Clydesdale, whatever he wants to say. You could have John Cena talk about how, he's doing this for the hundreds and hundreds of kids who cheer for him and all the women and the men who are like men. He can do whatever he wants to for that. Just don't take up match time, please. Eve had another, minute-long match against somebody, so she beat Alicia Fox. I actually watched their match from SmackDown, where it was Natalya versus Eve. It was a minute and 30 seconds of actual in-ring experience. And I'm still trying to figure out, so who's Beth Phoenix going to take on at WrestleMania? Because if you have Eve versus Kelly Kelly at WrestleMania, then could you please do something with Beth Phoenix? Have her wrestle Natalya and have me an actual match, not these weird, I did a roll-up and I beat you. It just really waters down women's wrestling. But then I forget it's divas wrestling. It's not even women's wrestling. Zack Ryder came back and told Eve he's glad they never hooked up. Broskies before Hoskies. And then Eve kind of went out with him in the back. He just, Eva's a heel. I would prefer a bit of a nice slow turn, not just I'm a face, heel. No. Could you at least like a slow, at least for like at least that 1 week transition, not face next week heel. How about face next week tweener, kind of some heel tendencies, and the next week you turn full heel, not just the E storyline is just it's aggravating because we're not going to see a women's title match now, or the Butterfly Divas belt, whatever that stupid thing is. Most of the matches this week on Raw were kind of like squash matches. Show destroyed Miz. Miz has a new shirt, but Show destroyed Miz. R-Truth took on Kane, and Kane just destroyed him, and then Randy Orton attacked Kane. So I guess Orton and Kane is going to be a match at WrestleMania for the crown of the Emperor of Hate. I have no idea. So Kane attacked Orton on SmackDown and said welcome back, and then Orton attacked Kane on Raw and said it's good to be back. The writers for the E currently just suck. Let me say that they just absolutely, completely, totally suck. The best match of the night was actually also the only real match of the night, which was Sheamus and CM Punk. Punk still selling the injury from the week before. I don't think anyone else currently sells injuries from the week before. Punk sold his back like the majority of the match, which was great. It means he really sold the injuries from the previous week. They took on Daniel Bryan and Jericho. Fantastic, solid match, great back and forth, and Jericho got the pinfall on Punk. During the John Cena Rock promo, when John Cena was talking about, this is a match everyone wants to see. It's a once-in-a-lifetime match. Yep. That match that everyone wants to see is Punk versus Jericho. That is going to by far be probably the match of this WrestleMania. I think those two guys are going to tear the absolute house down, period. That is the match that I really want to see. We all know Cena's beat The Rock. We all know Taker's going to beat Edge. Things just are just going to happen. But Punk Jericho, whoever walks out of that, is going to have such a fantastic promo to cut the next week. It's going to be ridiculous.